Hello, fans. Welcome to another edition of Blastpods.com.
Blastpods.com. Blastpods.com.
Blastpods.com.
We're on the show here.
All right. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Plunder in Paradise, the Thunder in Paradise podcast. I am your co-host, Ben.
And I am your co-host, Josh.
And we are joined today by two special guests for episode 3, Strange Brew.
5.
Episode 5. That is correct.
I love that the guest knows more than the host. That's
And
probably why he's one of the guests.
Episode 5, Strange Brew. Hi, I'm Rainn Wilson, and I'm an actor, among other things, and I'm so excited to be part of this podcast.
Thank you so much for having us, Rainn. And Lawrence, of course.
Lawrence Crimlis, how are you? I'm an actor and a writer and a friend of Rainn's in the Richmond, Virginia area, just having some fun.
Love it.
Thank you for tuning in and checking it out. This episode is going to have a special title. It'll be called Thunder with a Chance of Rain.
Oh,
Featuring Lawrence as well.
Nice way to weave a pun in there. Now, guys, can you fill me into this point? Now, you've done about 5 or 6 of these podcasts so far.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct.
And fill me in on Thunder in Paradise, everything that you know about it so far. So we're on an even playing ground.
Ben, you want to take
field.
this first?
Yes, Hurricane Spencer is played by Hulk Hogan, and he is a retired SEAL, and he built a custom boat that has
Very high technology.
very high technology, and he runs around with.
Is it like Knight Rider of boats?
It is Knight
It's
Rider.
probably better than Knight Rider, like with a mix of.
Does the boat have a
Star Trek.
personality?
It does,
Yes.
and
It's got
voice.
a voice. Yeah.
The boat has a voice.
Deep male voice.
Of course.
Similar to Kit, but
Uh-huh.
not
Almost,
not to the point where you could take legal action.
That's cool. What else? What else can you tell me about this?
He just got married. He was forced to get married.
How was he forced to get married? No one makes Hulk Hogan do anything.
That's what you think, and that's definitely the character that he tries to portray. But there's this British brunette who is somehow in a jam, and she needs to get married to. It has something to do with her uncle's fortune or her family's
Green card?
fortune or something like that.
It's a green
Possibly
card wedding.
green card
wedding.
situation.
And so she proposes to him, and then they have to make a public display of affection. And there's like an onlooking bartender, and I think Hogan has like eyes on her, so he kind of.
This all happens in the pilot?
Yeah, this was all in the pilot, and the pilot was very informative.
Very informative.
Now, not only was it very informative, but like when the pilot was like right before the pilot started, it's showing so many scenes from other episodes. But they haven't shown anything.
Oh, really?
So it was
It's
just
flashing
so much-
forward
yeah, it was
to like
flashing
all
forward.
the amazing stuff that's going to come?
It's incredible. This format is unlike anything I have seen before. It doesn't play by anyone's rules, not even its own.
It sets up some narrative rules and then breaks them?
Exactly.
Kind of like Charlie Kaufman.
Exactly like
So
Charlie
is that what you're
Kaufman.
doing? You're equating Charlie Kaufman and Hulk Hogan
Yes.
together?
Yeah, maybe
See, that's
for the first
kind
time.
of that's the kind of examples that we want. We want someone to just take it as their own, just
Right.
make it what you want it to be about. But it's definitely about Hulk Hogan and how short his shorts can be and the lack of sleeves thereof. He hates sleeves. We've made the joke before. We saw Brew cooking in one of the episodes, and he had like his apron on. And he didn't have any sleeves. And I was like, well, I don't know about you, but I hate when I find sleeves in my food. So I'm very glad that he cut them off before he started making the meal. All right, what else, though?
Brew. We got to talk about Brew.
Chris
Talk about
Lemmon,
Brew.
Jack
Chris
Lemmon's
Lemmon,
son.
Yeah, Jack Lemmon's son. which
Jack
I
Lemmon's
didn't
very
even
buff
know
son.
Until you brought that up.
Yeah,
That was
You didn't even know that?
No, I mean, that was
He's
that was
buff.
worth the
He's-
ticket of admission.
Wait a minute. So you did 4 episodes previous to this, and you didn't know that Brew was played by
Well-
Chris Lemmon, Jack Lemmon's son?
Our research department might not be great, but we definitely pitch it as fact. So it sounds like something, but yeah, that was definitely something that I did not know. I even pronounced it Lemon. The first
You are the worst podcasters I've ever seen before.
So, but like that's got to make it pretty good though, because we are pretty bad. But so is the show.
Who else is on the show?
Waters something.
So like a
Kelly,
ninja,
Kelly,
and is there
Watersdale, Watersford. It's probably nothing like that.
Water child.
No ninja. There's an British older uncle who's probably on like a PBS show as like a detective in England or something like that.
What year is this, by the way?
Good. This is 1994. Starts in 1994.
Okay.
And which was a great year. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of pogs. I don't know if y'all were into pogs.
Pogs were happening in '94?
Pogs were happening.
I don't know
Yeah.
what a pog is.
They were like a little cutout piece of like
Cardboard,
with
yeah.
like different designs
With
on it.
things
and you
on
had
'em.
these things called slammers, and you could like you hit them down. I don't know. It was like
like a giant tiddlywink collector,
Exactly.
Pokemon
It was like
tiddlywinks.
an
What the hell was I
alternative
doing? I
music
don't even know
version
what
of
you're talking
Jax.
about.
The object of the game was to flip the coin, to flip the pog, and you would get other people's pogs if you could flip yours first.
And sometimes you could win their slammers as well, which was a huge blow.
I'd like to
your
win your
self-esteem.
slammer.
It
Maybe
was
I
a
will
huge
by the end
blow.
of this episode.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will. I'm having I might have a few too many Starbucks and lose my inhibitions.
So there's also the daughter. We have
The daughter, yeah. Is it his daughter? They never say that, right?
I think it's his illegitimate daughter from
But
a
they never like
fling.
say it.
The amount you guys don't know about the show
It's
that you're doing a
fascinating.
podcast about could fill a book. It's fantastic. I love it.
But we were just more like it's more just fans.
It's
Like,
just-
I just
yeah,
really
I
enjoy
get that.
just really enjoy watching it and just thinking about what I was doing. And then the commercials
Right.
and this uncut version of all the JCPenney commercials.
Oh, we're going to get to
all
watch
these
1994
things.
commercials
Yes.
on this VHS tape
It's
that we're
just-
watching.
It's incredible.
Did you watch this in real time as a kid, like when
Yes,
it was actually on?
I
and you were
did. It was
just-
on TNT.
TNT or TBS. I
and
believe it was
TBS.
TNT.
Well, I thought it was on UPN. Do you remember UPN?
I do remember.
It might have like,
UPN.
but
maybe
been
that was
syndicated under UPN
yeah,
for a little
syndicated,
while.
yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
UPN. No, that's UGN. I think of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever want to be a
Cubs.
wrestler?
GM.
I mean, because of this, did you like aspire to be a wrestler? Or?
No, but I did have the pillow dolls. Did you ever have
The
the
wrestling
pillow
dummies,
doll?
yeah.
Yeah, dummy things. Those
Once
were pretty
again,
cool.
I don't know what that is.
It was like a really flat version of your favorite wrestler. You could either
Oh,
like
okay, I
snuggle
kinda-
with
yeah,
it
yeah,
or
yeah,
kick
yeah.
its
Right,
ass
I-
or
yeah,
pretend
yeah.
it was kicking your ass or
It
maybe
was kind of tight and it was like heavy. I
yeah,
remember.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like a kind of Stretch Armstrong animation. You know what I mean? Like it's just like the airbrushed
I got it.
like
Muscles.
triceps and stuff like that.
delts.
And
It's
definitely,
Carol
like,
Alt is the other actress on there.
Carol
She was a
Alt.
very big model in the 80s. Carol
Really?
Alt. She was one of those early supermodels like a Christy Brinkley type.
Yeah.
Do you have any Carol
Wasn't
Alt
she the-
memories, Lawrence?
I do have Carol Alt memories. I do. She's very angular. She had a long, kind of dark, like light brownish hair.
Mm-hmm.
Very angular.
Tall.
Tall and thin. She was thin.
Nice.
She was a model though, so I think that's kind of.
That kind of goes with the
It
territory.
does. It does.
But still, that's.
I'm
yeah,
just
we know what it is.
IMDbing Patrick McNee, who plays
Who plays the uncle?
the old British
The
fucker.
old British uncle. Is he in? He's got to be in something on PBS. I'm sure.
Yeah, but he was in the new Avengers.
I know who this guy is.
You know this guy?
Yeah.
And he was
Penguin nose.
he was the announcer in Battlestar Galactica. I didn't even know there was an announcer.
Interesting.
Was that the Lauren Green version, or was that the?
He's John Steed from the Avengers.
Yes.
That's a
John
classic.
Yeah, he's one of the lead guys.
So he's the lead guy from the Adventures, the Avengers. You know, with
The one they
Diana
remade-
Rigg.
The one they remade with Uma Thurman.
Exactly.
And,
yeah.
What's his face?
That's amazing. Yeah, he's actually a really good
He
actor.
had to be he's got that money British accent, so
Yeah,
he's got to
that's
be
him right there.
somebody.
He
Yeah.
does.
from the original Avengers.
Debonair.
Yeah,
Oh
that's him.
wow, that's him.
Debonair
Sword
English.
cane. I bet he had a sword.
He had a sword cane. He did have a sword cane.
And we've alluded to that in multiple episodes, and then got on a blind fury kick like, for a little while. we get distracted easily by terrible, but yet awesome.
I had a
movies.
sword cane as a kid.
Did you really?
I really did.
You had a
my
sword cane?
I really did.
Aren't those illegal?
They
Too
are.
cool.
It was a rough.
That's
Breaking the
badass.
law,
It was a
breaking
rough
the
town.
law.
Did you ever use it on
That is
anyone?
badass.
I brought it. Believe it or not, I bought it out one night with. I'm hanging out with my friends. We're hanging at the local Burger King. We're probably like 13, and I have it out because I think I'm a badass.
No way.
And we got actually jumped by these dudes, and I was afraid to whip it out because I felt like that would be too dangerous. So I wound up getting my ass kicked with a sword cane, and I didn't use
An
it.
unused sword cane. Wow.
I'm
You
still
might as well
working-
just hand me your testicles.
I'm still working through that in therapy.
Unused sword cane.
That's a good
So
story.
awesome. Sword canes, underutilized weapon.
So yeah, any other characters that we should clue in?
I know when he was during the episode where he was starting his fake marriage,
Yes.
he was confronted by a former suitress, if you
Oh,
will,
yeah, that's right.
and she was not very pleased with this whole thing. The man who can't be tamed,
Right.
and because he'd been giving her this whole spiel or whatever,
Wow.
and then now he's like, fake marrying somebody, but to her, it
Well, was
looks,
the marriage
it looks
consummated
married.
ever? Do we ever get into that, or
Yeah,
We-
it was.
is there
It's
is
like
it alluded?
fake consummated, and
So that's not
they
consummated.
lay,
though.
they lay in the bed together and then make these horrific moaning sounds. Hulk Hogan is either really bad at good sex sounds or really good at bad sex sounds.
Right.
But
We'll
they
have
were
to check
terrible,
the,
and then the
sex
uncle
tape for that.
ends up having some sort of surveillance in the room.
Wow.
And he was actually watching them to
The
see
uncle.
if they fully consummated the marriage. Wow. Which they didn't. He didn't
Now,
buy it.
was he the uncle of Hulk Hogan, or is he the uncle of the woman?
The uncle of the woman.
The uncle is
So
a
that's
woman,
even
yes.
creepier.
Yes.
Because they're related.
Exactly.
I just want to say, here's a couple of pieces of trivia, because forgive me, I'm just Googling this.
Oh, no,
Chris
this is
Lemmon
great.
credits his decision to work on this series as the reason casting directors stopped hiring him, effectively ending his acting career.
I don't know if you needed to find that on the on the internet to figure that out, though.
But I'm
true.
telling you, if we were able to generate enough, attention through this podcast or just anything, that we could make a movie that ended the whole, that answered all the questions.
answered all the
of
questions that
Thunder
are
in
left up in the
Paradise.
air.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think
We could
get
totally
Brew,
do
we could
this.
Chris Lemmon.
Get Brew.
We could get Hulk. We could
Get Hurricane and Brew
Carol
back together.
Alt. We could get all them.
Okay, but
together.
listen.
One of them's probably.
But
are they
listen,
dead?
but listen to this piece of trivia. Hulk Hogan stated in an interview that he did not get to keep the Thunder Scarab boat used on the screen, but he had one built. Hogan said he made the decision when he was heavily medicated following a surgery.
Oh my God! All great decisions.
I'm gonna make a boat.
It came
How
to
did
me
that
in
go
a
down?
It came to me in a medically induced coma.
I needed an exact replica of Thunder Scarab.
Dude, it was crazy. Brew was there. I had this dream, and it was me driving the Thunder in Paradise.
I wonder if Linda
Thunder.
got that in the divorce.
Thunder is also not introduced until the second episode. And they don't say his name until the third episode. They don't say Hulk Hogan's character's name for 3 episodes. It's so good.
So, according to Douglas Schwartz, who's some involved in this show somehow,
He's one of the producers?
Hulk Hogan would often
yeah.
spend his Friday nights at Hooters restaurant
Of course.
after that week's episode had concluded filming, and then he got a Hooters girl a job. Heidi Mark made her acting debut on the show,
Oh wow.
and Douglas Schwartz owned a Hooters restaurant along with his wife.
I bet it was a Florida Hooters where the moms and daughters work there together. They just have they can't work on the same shift because they fight all the time in front of the customers.
You have to separate them.
Oh man, this is good. Let's go. Let's do this.
All
I'm
right,
just I
without
can't.
further ado, we're hitting play on Thunder in Paradise. Oh, this one has a lot of undertones of voodoo, and I don't know if they're more undertones as more just straight up in your face voodoo. But you got to
that's
have your dance.
fantastic.
There's Thunder. Thunder is just
I
streamlined
thought he's
as they
Thunder.
come.
Isn't Hulk's Thunder?
No, he's Spence, right?
Hurricane Spencer.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hurricane Spencer.
That's his real name?
In the show,
Oh.
that's his character's name. There's the inside of Thunder, kind of giving you a little shot.
Oh wow, this is a magical voodoo.
Look at that greens.
extravaganza.
Look at that greens work right there.
You do greensman's work, don't you, on film sets?
I do. I've passed
very
off as a greensman at times.
Very lush. This is Orlando. And this is the credit sequence is the same through all the episodes?
They definitely. This is the highest production
Yeah.
value intro that I've
I
seen
would
so
say
far.
we
on
had
episode-
earlier.
Yeah.
We had
Wow.
Saved by the
Definitely.
Bell
with the
type,
running slow motion explosion in the background.
Yeah.
Do you think he had to
Terry
buy
Hogan.
that idea from Chuck Norris, or do you think he just let him use it?
There they are.
Yeah, this is
Spence and Brew.
definitely different, but still got the slow motion Baywatch.
Yeah, that's Baywatch.
But they took away the Saved by the Bell
Effect, yeah.
yeah, like art effect around the people. But still, it's still the.
Is that like a little reggae?
Theme.
Like is that? It's
Yeah,
like a bit of a
very
reggae-ish
island,
kind of.
very, very island, but yet a peninsula.
But why are there masses of women in bikinis running through it?
Oh God! You see that
Brew doing his kung fu move.
quick turnaround? He was the one I was telling you was the David Hassel half. Like he looked like there it is. Yeah, right. There's the
there's
Saved
the
by
Saved
the
by the
Bell
Bell. There we
art
go.
right there.
Oh yeah, that is
Chris
a little
Lemmon.
bit. There's
There
Carol
she
Alls.
is. She's yeah. Look at that look.
Man, she looks great with a lot of wind.
I told you, light brown hair. I nailed it, didn't I?
Anyone looks good with wind, with
That's
a wind
true.
machine.
Yes.
The show has it all.
Gatlin's guns. Chris Lemmon holds his gun sideways as if he was from Compton.
It's weird because sometimes the boat looks like it's CGI'd. Oh, they have a little girl on that
That's
show?
the illegitimate daughter. No, she's a legitimate. No, illegitimate.
Illegitimate. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
will not let
Is
us
he the
know
uncle?
whether or not. Yeah, he's the unker.
so he's got creepy vibe going on with it with his
he
niece.
sold creepy so hard with the whole surveillance and the fake sex scene.
Now, is
thing.
he brothers to the daughter, or what's the relationship?
They haven't
We ain't got
disclosed
into
any of that yet, which leaves us. I mean, we're obviously hungry for these
Yes,
answers.
yeah.
And yet we're just dangling on the line. Oh, sweet Kawasaki Wave Runners from 1994. And we
happened?
cut two, right shirt entertainment. You're gonna love the editing in this is just incredible. Now that's some good CGI. That was what do they call that? Sea Quentin? I guess it was a play on San Quentin, like an underwater prison of sorts.
And that's WWE.
Was this that last episode?
Yes.
Yes.
The sunglasses budget, the tiny shorts budget, and the flip flops budget, and boots. He's got a lot of cowboy boots too.
Does he wear a cowboy hat ever?
Of different. No,
No, a lot of
he wears his
do-rags.
old SEAL hat, like
Okay.
old Navy SEAL hat, with his buttons of whatever meaning.
They're playing it again.
But yeah, and they play it again too.
Like,
which
what's
is
up
cool.
with the collars that they're wearing? It's some kind of I feel
Some
like Star Trekian vibe.
It looks like the guy's glasses from Star Trek.
right. Yeah. LeVar Burton.
LeVar
Yeah.
Burton, exactly. Reading Rainbow himself. Take a look. It's in a book or
All right,
Thunder
we're
Paradise.
entering the story here. It looks like we're in some kind of
Some sort of
haunted voodoo cemetery,
great
and
location.
there's a man in dreadlocks.
Are these real
Hopefully you're-
dreadlocks, you think?
Strange Brew. Oh, it's a pun on Brew.
Strange brew.
It's Brew from Brubaker, the character.
What's inside of you?
I hope people can people watch along with us?
Kiki Shepard,
yeah.
guest starring Kiki Shepard.
All right, a lockbox full of tens. Tens?
$10 bills.
Tens. from
I-
90? I give you $45 to handle Hulk Hogan.
That's Vince McMahon right there, right? That's Vince.
Very similar. It looks
It
looks
looks like it
classic.
could
No,
be a
that might
younger
be. It might
Vince
be.
McMahon.
looks-
It kind of really
but I
looks
don't-
like Vince
wow, that
McMahon.
I think it is Vince. That's. Nah, I don't know.
That's pretty close.
That guy could make a lot of money as a Vince McMahon.
Okay, so he's got a
Look-alike.
potion.
So he's paying all that money for that potion?
Yeah, because he's trying to bring somebody back from the dead. Looks like a Pet Cemetery type situation.
And they are running. And there's a voodoo priest. There's a lot of mist out here. Uh-oh, ninjas are coming through the mist.
See, I wouldn't have ran because the priest didn't run.
Are they
This
zombies?
is a great location.
It's got a
by the
Haitian
way.
theme.
Looks like some swamps of Florida.
Well, this was shot near Disney World.
Most of the locations.
Oh.
No, the powder in the face.
Oh, he's out.
So I just want to say that this is based on Haitian voodoo, which
Yes,
does use a powder of the puffer fish to instate a state
Like a paralysis?
of paralysis to create a zombification of people.
Wow.
So this is
This has got a very
this-
Indiana Jones feel right here.
Is this so far pretty factually accurate?
yes,
Very.
100%.
Oh man, look at how abandoned that boat is. He's gonna get on it and they're gonna blow it up. I bet because they bought it for nothing.
Right, budget-wise.
exactly.
That was really canny that you noticed that. That's a really decrepit boat. They couldn't even paint it before the filming. Ooh.
We don't have any scenery budget.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
take the
you
windows
nailed it.
out because they're
You nailed
expensive. It's a 1978 Chris Craft. We can get $500 a piece for those windows.
That's a big. They really exploded that boat.
They really did.
That's a big explosion. They had
And
a lot
that's
of
that
cameras.
black smoke. That's diesel fuel. That's a good diesel fuel explosion.
I'm counting at least 3 cameras set up to record that explosion.
All right.
That was a
nice
big day.
transition.
3-camera day on the call sheet. Yes.
Yeah, they got some budget in this. Look at this location.
This
Big
is
mansion?
one of the resorts in at Disney.
Oh, we have Jimmy
World.
Hart in the background.
Jimmy Hart's always in the background. He
The
usually
mouth
has
of the
a
South.
handful of cash.
And there we got some bikinis.
High-waisted bikinis. How do
Yeah.
y'all feel about high-waisted bikinis
I
in
feel
the
really
90s?
good about those.
All right, cool.
Is
Yeah,
that
they,
brew on the
they
keys?
come up over the.
Nice. It is brew on the keys.
How do you feel about Brew's tank top? It's very low cut.
Very,
Remember that
oh,
style?
Yeah.
I like
It's
that he
just that,
tucks
like-
it in his orange pants. What do you see?
A beltless tuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, the beltless tuck is incredible.
They're almost like Hammer pants. MC Hammer pants he's wearing.
That guy looks like Ron Jeremy.
From the neck up.
Yeah, Ron
Oh, there's
Jeremy
two
Hart.
wrestlers at the bar.
And that's the little girl.
Can you
Who may
turn
or
the
may
dialogue
not.
up a little bit? I want to hear this.
Yeah. Let me grab the right remote. Great writing in this as well. The story is just.
So the main dancer has
keeps
got
you
a
going.
That's Kiki Shepard.
Kiki Shepard. Okay.
That guy is going to get beat up at the end of the bar, I bet.
Do you
'Cause
think,
he's
do you think
set
they're
up-
both going to fight each other, or they're going to end up fighting somebody else?
Hulk Hogan's going to fight him and beat him up
Nice.
because he's like kind of the bully guy.
in
He's
the
going to hit on
action
her. That's my bet. That's my guess.
He's
The
gonna
way
get
he's
a
been
little-
Look at those
established.
pants.
Man.
Jack Lemmon is.
So Brew doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink, but
Well,
he
they don't-
likes
I mean,
virgins.
they don't really drink in. They don't. You never see Hulk Hogan with like a Mai Tai or anything, and then hop in the boat and take off. They're pretty responsible.
Maybe he's paying homage to his father in the the Days of Wine and Roses when Lemmon won the Academy Award
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
being an alcoholic.
It's a,
See,
it's a
y'all
tip
know,
of the
y'all
hat.
are a great twist on this because y'all know about good stuff. We're like a bad stuff. Like we're really good with bad stuff. But we
Well,
don't
you
know
guys are from
good
Central
stuff.
Virginia, so
We just, I just really like terrible.
Check out
old
this
movies.
motorcycle with a sidecar
Yeah,
on
it's a
the
sidecar
beach.
on the sand, which is like pretty much impossible.
he's really
to do.
stunned by this motorcycle. That is impossible to do.
Wow.
Wow, Brew's intense.
Oh, okay. So this isn't Hogan. I thought it was Hogan
I
pulling
thought it
in
was
on
Hogan,
the
too.
sidecar,
It's a lady.
but it's a lady.
It's a lady pilot.
Ooh, it's a lady. Is that the girl from Top Gun?
No, is that the girl from
It looks like Kelly McGillis, but it's not.
Fletch?
Why does she park in the middle of the band?
She's a dick. Oh shit! Is this a past love of Bruce?
They were supposed to get married?
Oh, wow. Look at their chemistry.
I'd know that pencil neck. Great pickup line, by the way, ladies.
Wow. That's a Captain Lou Albano line. You pencil neck.
His
Ooh.
physical resemblance to Jack Lemmon is pretty astonishing.
Yes. Which we did not know until this episode.
Everyone
Wow.
on this podcast is hearing you open that Starbucks bottle. Josh, what do you think?
I was finished, but then Rainn commented on it, so I'm just gonna keep making noise.
Here's Hulk.
Looks like he's just wearing a vest, like when a girl first gets up in the morning.
I think it's just that's a vest and panties. What's he representing Mer Cruiser for?
Mercruiser makes great boat motors. Great boat motors. That is awesome. Now they're getting filled in.
I'm
on
curious
the
who this
shitty
woman
boat.
is. I feel like she's done some things. Do you think?
I'm sure she
We've all
has.
done some things.
I first thought she was. We have, haven't we? I first thought she was the woman in Fletch, the love interest in Fletch, but she's not. That's very close.
All that money, those $10 bills, survived the blast of that boat. That's what she's
You
saying.
can't kill a $10 bill.
As incredible as his physical resemblance is to Jack Lemmon, his acting couldn't be further away.
No.
It's probably the exact opposite.
Exact opposite. He inherited his mother's acting ability, whoever she is.
All right, and we're on the boat.
Yes, and wetsuits. Look at the size of Hogan's wetsuit. Where do you get a wetsuit that big?
Right there's Jack Lemmon, right there.
Yeah, with
that's-
that
Yeah, he's got
high-pitched
the-
voice.
He's got the neck scream down,
Right.
like where all the
Right.
right veins and tendons start popping out. What
Now,
a great headset.
Are they talking
too.
to each other through the headsets, or are they
I
talking?
hope not, because he would definitely be screaming into his ear. And not to mention the wind noise across that 1994 microphone.
What do you think Jack's thinking about this if he sees this episode? What's he thinking?
He's passed on, Lawrence,
When did he die?
years ago.
But like 2 or 5 or
The actress is J. Cynthia Brooks.
J. Cynthia Brooks. No, it doesn't
She was
ring a
in
bell.
Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Like sands through the hourglass.
She was in Yazuka
So are the
Connection,
days of our lives.
Invisible Mom 2.
Invisible Mom.
I was more a fan of Invisible Mom
Ladies.
1. They
Really?
said if you were
Did
a
you see
true
3? Did
if
you
you were
see
a
3?
true fan, you didn't watch 2 or 3.
She was in Lady Samurai
Nice.
and an appearance in Hunter, but no.
All right.
She was in The Money Pit.
Maybe that's where I know her
Tom
from.
Hanks, yeah.
Shelley
played-
Long. Shelley Long?
She
also?
played Tom Hanks' character in The Money Pit.
Who are those guys?
All right, so
That's
Hogan's
them.
trying
That's
to,
Spence and Brew. Oh, those guys. They didn't really spend the money on the wetsuits. They're just kind of wearing their stuff from the bar.
But they're obviously in a giant aquarium.
Do you think it's voodoo? Think they're using voodoo to
Now look at this
regulate their
slingshot
heart
weapon
rate?
this guy has.
Oh, that's a cool weapon.
This is a really cool weapon.
Look out. How's he going to stop that?
I
Spear.
really like this scene because it's exactly like something that would happen
Ooh,
above
Brew is hit.
ground or above water, but it's just underwater. That is incredible.
Hulk Hogan.
Ooh,
Brew
Jack
got hit in
Lemmon.
the arm.
Brew took a giant harpoon to the arm.
And now they're wrestling.
Hulk Hogan's
underwater.
face is not very attractive under the pressure of water.
I like the scenes when they're covered by the mask.
This looks like they're fighting in a fish aquarium in a dentist's office. Like they've been miniaturized.
Yeah, how do they get those weird little corals so big?
Both the bad guys have mustaches. Oh, Brew is still able to punch him, even with his
no.
arm.
Brew's suit is taking on air. I guess that only matters in space.
Yeah, underwater, it's some water gets in there.
As long as there's no hole in your mask, you're good to go. All right, what's this a commercial for?
AT&T.
This is a future. Oh, come on.
Oh, they
that
cut out the
yeah.
commercials.
It was a futuristic.
That was a futuristic grocery store.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, in 2016, there'll be a place called Whole Foods where you can get.
Where you can spend $8 on an apple.
It tastes like a grape. It's delicious. I hate when my
Oh, so they
apples
got it.
taste
Mission
like apples.
accomplished.
Is
Wait
this
a
the
minute,
powder?
Wait a minute.
Whoa, what is that?
That's the powder that you blow in the face to induce zombification.
It's a voodoo powder.
Yeah, his acting is pretty third rate.
It's kind of a cross
But
between.
Do you have the ability to rewind?
He makes up for it
Shish
in
kebab?
bod, though. He's got
Can
a
you?
rockin'
Can you?
bod.
I just want to hear what that line, what the shish kebab line was.
Let's go ahead and rewind that real quick.
I'm just gonna go
Not
back
a very fast rewind.
to Chris Lemon's line here. Hold on, we're almost there.
on,
We're
we're
almost there.
almost
And
there.
go.
Bam.
I just want to hear this. Let's be quiet.
Let's turn it up.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, not to mention the fact that I almost became a human shish kebab.
Man, that delivery was just awesome.
Wow.
He's like a white Richard Pryor. Man, that was a huge bottle for such a small amount of dust. Very highly concentrated. What? You're never
Don't
supposed
do
to,
it,
you're
Brew.
never
Don't
supposed
do
to
it.
do that. What if it's anthrax? Yes.
Ooh, it's an urn.
I'm starting to get captivated by the plot at this point.
Oh, yeah, it'll get you. It'll hook you.
Is it an hour or half hour?
1 hour.
It's
episode.
1 hour? I thought it was
Wow,
half
an
hour.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Brew is very skeptical.
Thank God for this woman able to fill them in on all this stuff. Otherwise, Brew would have just tasted it and then been a zombie for
been a goner.
however, who knows long.
Oh, and the skeptic.
Very reluctant. So if he's going to be the first victim, obviously.
That's a good face by Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. He doesn't say much.
No.
Yeah.
They don't give him much dialogue. They give Brew all the dialogue.
He's the actor.
Yeah, his dad, I don't know if you know this, but his dad is Jack Lemmon.
I thought his dad was Jack Lemmon.
Lemmon. So good. So what, did it say what happened to Thunder? The boat? It said Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, no, I
Get
don't
it.
know. I don't know what happened to Thunder.
But I don't know. I would love to know what happened to that. But I'd love to be
Where's
watching.
your research department? They should be on that.
We are in the process. Everything's going to development more than research.
Uh-huh.
I think you're walking hand in hand with the show in their first episode, and like really,
Exactly.
so you're
We're
growing
starting
as
to
the
get it
show's
together.
growing. It's-
Exactly.
I get it. I get it.
Exactly. Lawrence.
Growing together. And Hulk Hogan is wearing a fringy motorcycle
with a
jacket
J,
at a
with
fancy restaurant.
He's got a great Jay Leno undershirt on underneath that.
Denim shirt.
Do you know anything about that? Why did Jay Leno wear so much denim?
Denim shirt?
Is that just his thing? I
Thought he's
kind of his
Canadian?
thing.
No,
I don't think so.
It's kind of his signature thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like Michael Richards and big vintage shirts.
Michael Richards and losing it in certain scenarios.
isn't that what they call somebody that wears a denim shirt and denim pants, a Canadian
Canadian tuxedo.
Yes, that's correct.
Ooh, some cattiness. The main character females in this episode are not getting along. Surprise! Man, she's got a whole Sharon Stone thing going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of eye acting.
I think they call that acting. Nice. Hogan's a wine guy. Takes after Andre the Giant, who also enjoyed a mean glass of wine.
Of Chianti with dinner? Yeah, who would have figured? Want to see a romantic side of...
I feel like she's pretty good, though. She's probably the best actor in the
She's pretty
series right now.
Yeah.
She's carrying it.
But Hogan's pretty good with his perplexed looks.
Hogan has beautiful eyes.
does
I
look
never
like he's
noticed the
going-
color of his eyes before. Kind of a light green.
It's because of how killer his body is. It's hard to stare at his eyes when there's those.
I never
pythons.
noticed his eyes
When those
Because this is one of the few scenes he's got a shirt on. So that's...
I think this is the most clothes he's ever worn in an episode.
Oh, they
Oh,
finished their
easily.
glass of wine. They're on to coffee now.
And I hate that he's covering his skullet. I love that skullet. I feel like
His
the
skin
price
looks
of admission
nice.
is like that's what I'm paying for is the skullet. He does have good. You think he's got combination skin?
He's got nice skin at this point, doesn't he? Like before, like all the sun tanning really took effect.
Yeah.
And the steroids. I just want to know about the people that were background actors in an episode of Thunder in Paradise in 1994. Where are they now?
They would love for you to know about them. Look at that house.
Now, is this house appear a lot?
I
Is
think
that their
so
home
because
base?
I feel like the words mid-century sea ranch have been brought up before.
I think so, yeah. Check out that fireplace.
He's got great hair.
And guns.
He
Does
just
he
read.
ever-
Did he just read a book on voodoo to a girl to get her to go to sleep? Good night, sweetie. Don't wake up dead.
Wait, he's got a Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's from
on
when
his
he was
arm from
when he
where the
became a
harpoon
human
went
shish
through it.
kebab.
Yeah.
He's got.
Reminds me of the stories my dad would tell when he stepped on a nail one time. My grandmother just put a Band-Aid on the top of his foot and a Band-Aid on the bottom of his foot. It went through his foot. But she had 9 other kids, so she didn't really give a shit
Yeah.
about a nail through the foot. Call me when your foot's gone.
Does he ever wear a shirt that covers his arms and
No.
shoulders?
I think that was in his contract, kind of like Bryan Cranston has to be in tighty whities at some point in whatever he's in. He had to show a certain amount of skin.
It's like Christopher Walken dances in every film that he's ever in.
Exactly.
Oh, plot point.
Oh, what
a
the
special
hell?
effect. Weird worms coming out of his arm.
Just regular earthworms.
Yeah, they're earthworms.
They weren't even
Wow.
like Madagascar
Gonna
cockroaches
break
or
up.
anything.
And then Haley Joel Osment is completely shocked.
Oh, it's just an illusion.
Mulgrew is cool. That peyote I ate earlier is really kicking in. Poor
Well,
Brew.
episode is called Strange Brew. So we're going to see
Strange Brew.
some strange things from Brew in this episode.
Was there 2 Hogans? Didn't we see that? I'm really excited
It
about seeing
flashed
how
a
they
little
did
double
that.
Hogan, yeah.
Just
Hogan strangling himself.
production-wise, yeah. I bet they definitely had
The
sex.
skull,
2 Hogans.
the skull and bones budget on this in this episode must have been in the hundreds.
Oh, at least. Maybe 150.
Who
They saying
is
Toga? Is this a bunch of frat kids?
Toga?
Chonga.
Toga.
Choga.
He's sprinkling.
Damn it! I wish I had the subtitles on or something.
Are these episodes on the YouTubes?
I don't know.
Don't think so.
What
I
is
don't think so.
what is this YouTube that you're referring to? We brought a TV and a DVD player to your house.
That's true. That's true. I guess if they'd been on YouTube, we would have been.
Actually, I just needed my laptop. I didn't know if you had a laptop, so.
But how are people going to watch along if they're not online?
We'll actually mail this DVD to you if you promise to mail it back.
That's fantastic. Uh-oh.
A jiggling door. Oh no! It's the voodoo priest from earlier.
He looks a little bit like Predator.
Come on, show us a real commercial.
He's been in other stuff, I feel like, this guy, right?
Cheese. Remember when they just used to sell you cheese and meat? It's what for dinner? And cheese, it's right there
Wow.
too. With cheese.
Looks like good
Squirt.
cheese. Squirt soda. Have you ever had a squirt soda?
I believe I had a squirt.
Oh.
I remember I actually have a squirt bottle with Dale Earnhardt Sr. on it.
Oh, nice.
It was like a signature thing or whatever. And like I know you're supposed to save them with the soda in them or whatever. I always thought that was such a waste. So I just drank the soda and then saved the bottle.
Save the empty
Yeah.
bottle. I didn't know that's what soda bottle collectors did. Is
They
save
saved
the soda.
they saved the soda like just asses. Like somebody wanted that soda. Check it out. The one I've been reading to your possible daughter for a bedtime story. I guess Thunder has that kind of capability on the inside.
He's doing a spectral.
Spectrometer.
He said he's going to do a spectral analysis
Yeah.
Analysis, yeah.
on the harpoon.
On the harpoon.
I think we finally get to see some of Thunder in this episode.
And we
actually.
really get to see his acting chops put to the test here because he's losing his mind.
There's real snakes amongst the rubber snakes.
He's bugging out.
He's having one bad trip.
Man,
You know,
he
the
does.
interesting thing is
God,
Jack
he looks
Lemmon acts
just
the
like
same
Jack
way
Lemmon.
that he does. The only difference is that's a comedy and this is a drama. And Jack, his father, is funny, but they're doing the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have watched grumpy middle-aged guys. if it was Jack Lemmon, I mean, if it was Chris Lemmon, like I really like grumpy old men.
Yeah.
With Jack Lemmon.
I
And
love
Walter
that that's your
Matthau.
point of entry to Jack Lemmon as grumpy old man.
Oh man, I love it. Also had a older face. So
Not The Apartment.
Sophia
Not
Loren.
Some Like It Hot.
wasn't it Sophia Loren? Wasn't she? She's in grumpier old. men.
What's the one Anson when you played on the
Something Like
with
It
Henry
Hot
Fonda?
was also great.
He was the PT boat petty officer.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't forget the name.
Huge.
I can't remember the name of it, but I totally remember what you're talking
Sergeant, not Sergeant Bilko.
No,
about. Wasn't McHale, was it?
no.
No,
His Navy? No.
that was a terrible
It was
remake with
Henry
Tom Arnold.
Fonda. Henry Fonda, and it was a huge. It was a. I think he might even got nominated for Academy Award for it.
Oh, no way. Once again, yeah, I wouldn't know that. I know. Just terrible stuff. Terrible stuff.
Anson something. Anson.
Oh, she made a special.
So did he just? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did he just leave Brew freaking out? Like, I'll see you later, man. Hopefully, all this works out for you. But he's
Should
there.
wear off, brother.
Just walk. Just tuck your shirt into your pants and keep moving.
Gotta let the guns breathe, brother.
Nice.
So he just
Zoom
drew all
in
that
on the
stuff on his
drawing on
house to
his
kind of ward off the evil
Yeah,
demons.
I guess she gave him the heads up that would get rid of everything.
So check out the inside of Thunder here. It's a lot larger on the inside.
It
Much
is.
larger. We
It's
made
like
the comparison to the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. Like you can only see, maybe 10% on the
It's
top.
like the TARDIS.
The TARDIS from Doctor Who. If you don't know about that out there,
Everyone who listens to this has got to know what a TARDIS is.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
otherwise
not,
they're retarded.
if not, they're a TARDIS themselves.
I'm looking up that.
So he is hallucinating, can't see the keyboard in front of him.
Dude, and he's one of the operators right now. I don't know if I'd want a hallucinating boat operator.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, he just hit hyper speed and Thunder. Thunder's capable of incredible nottage. I don't know if that's a correct nautical term.
Nottage is a word. It's a very good word.
Check out-
Has Thunder spoken yet?
No. Just lame. Thunder should talk the whole time.
It's Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts.
Mr.
yes.
Roberts.
Yeah. It's a great classic Jack Lemmon comedy.
What do you think the director's notes were on this one? Like, oh, great take. Let's just do it again. Just good.
More anger and machismo. Try it again.
Now do it with less. Can you do it? I want you to do it like Jack Lemmon.
But Chris Lemmon, Jack Lemmon equals Chris Lemmon plus cocaine.
He's like Jack Lemmon Pledge. Like,
Oh, you're bringing
very,
it tonight.
He's like just second rung. Sweet Cuban boat or Cuban car in the background. Looks like a car you'd see in Cuba.
Right.
Where's he going? I
kinda-
kind of lost track of the plot at this
He's
point.
just kind of messing around.
Yeah, so
Brew's got to reflect on the inside and see what the hell's going on.
Something is going to go off right now. There's going to be another.
Yeah, I missed that too. Why did he just drop Hogan off?
Hogan-
Surveillance? I mean, they look like they were surveilling that area pretty
He's going to
hard.
go look for the
For the two
Haitian
guys who
priest,
shot him.
maybe?
And the
He's in the
priest.
misty cemetery again.
This is the same cemetery though, so he is in the right place.
See, Hogan has that necklace that's going to protect him from the voodoo, so he's going to be safe in the jungle.
I forgot
And
about
why
that
is he going in the
necklace.
jungle for what? Like, what's he want?
He wants the girl back, right? Didn't the girl just get kidnapped by the voodoo priest?
Exactly, and I think he also.
Do
wants to
they know
find
that she was kidnapped?
There he is.
Oh, right.
Oh, this is going to be a fight for the ages.
Mon ami.
He looks a lot like Predator, doesn't he?
He looks scarily like Predator.
Maybe he played Predator, that actor.
I thought it was John Claude Van Damme that played Predator. That's in something uncredited. John Claude Van Damme was Predator.
Really?
I don't know I don't think there's any truth behind that, but I did read that somewhere. Maybe in
You read?
Maybe in like Star magazine or something. A very credible source like that.
Star Magazine.
The
Oh,
guy's
they
not
wanted
even
their
gonna
dust back.
Open the bottle and check to see if the dust is in it.
It's just a bunch of pixie stick dust. Hogan's like, this is what you were looking for. Oh, wow. That's just sweet.
Oh,
that
here
was
we
very
go.
sweet.
Ooh.
Wasn't expecting that. The little bit of
why-
chalk, a little bit of chalk on the bad guys' faces really sells the fact that
Why
they're
wouldn't they have
dead.
a weapon? They're making an exchange, and these guys don't have a weapon.
They're just
For a
strong.
show that's an action show starring a famous wrestler and fighter, that was truly the most pathetic fight sequence I've ever seen.
Oh, you just wait. There's plenty more opportunities for disappointment down the road here.
Oh,
Wow.
Ooh!
He's able to create coffins out of thin air.
Oh, he blew the dust on him. Later, Hogan.
Zombie dust.
Wow.
That's no good.
Cut to commercial.
Oh, man. Oh my God, a Skittles commercial directly into AT&T, and then we're back.
And then I feel like we're getting robbed of the commercials in
Getting
this
robbed.
episode.
I guess maybe he was getting some flack from the old commercial people.
Yeah, I
He
think
had to
was,
cut him short or something. I don't know.
I feel like he was figuring it out.
Does Hulk have he brought a flashlight with him?
Very similar to the scene where Uma Thurman is trapped in the casket
Kill Bill?
in Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Kill Bill,
Let's
yeah.
see what Hulk Hogan's
Maybe that's where
1-inch
Quentin
punch looked
Tarantino
like.
got his idea.
Quentin Tarantino smokes a lot of hash and watches Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah.
Comes up with
And he's not afraid to
the
steal.
Hateful Eight.
He's not afraid
Nah.
to steal.
So he's got his necklace. How's he going to get out of this?
Brew is losing it.
Brew is totally losing it.
I love their headsets.
The head tilt is pretty good
The
too.
headsets were like straight from Madonna. He's going to meditate.
Nice. He's trying to medically chill.
Nice little Tai Chi
That's good.
action. Nice breath.
Mindfulness is said to greatly reduce stress and anxiety.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's
Wait a
also
minute.
great for teleportation. apparently.
Wow.
Back into
I'm
that
gonna start
aquarium.
meditating.
I need to really start meditating.
He's back in the aquarium. There's a shark.
oh, look at those tropical fish.
A swordfish. It's like Finding Nemo starring Chris Lemmon. Finding Dory.
Finding My
Dory?
Career by starring Chris Lemmon.
He can hold his breath for a long time, this guy, right?
Yeah.
They really
Commit.
commit to all these. I don't know. To commit to the underwater breathing.
Right.
I guess they just go with the whole like Navy SEALs can hold their breath for a long
Right.
time.
Okay.
So they just really put a lot of weight into that.
Do you think there's a scuba guy like hiding behind a rock with an air tank? And
Definitely.
That's, yeah, there has to.
Wait, guys.
He never.
He never was underwater.
Okay, well that's why he was holding his breath for so long. It was a fantasy.
Reicher Entertainment, you are amazing. What do we got here? Oh, this is Hogan.
Oh, and Hogan's still in the coffin.
What? There's some sort of enchanted smoke inside of there. What is that?
Is that a dead flower?
Or is that just like?
It's a human ear.
Oh, that's a little bag
No,
of.
that's the necklace.
That's a bag of. That's a bag of Jerry Garcia that he bought from Jerry Garcia's brother Barry Garcia. Yeah, he's still. Is he just? He's not. He's not moving. Please tell me he's not moving and going through all this right now.
I hope the
Oh, wow.
Man, he really looks like Predator right there.
Under dry ice. They've
Not a dry ice in the house.
Hey, you're bringing the puns tonight too.
Where's that one beam of light coming from?
Wow.
If he's
Hulk Hogan
buried.
is shaking the entire earth with his
Yes.
rage.
And he bursts out of the ground
Oh.
like Chuck Norris and Lone
So that
Wolf
powder
McQuaid.
had no effect on him?
No, of course not. You seem surprised by that. It's Hulk Hogan.
had
Does
to be
he
the-
ever take his
Yes.
do-rag off?
He does, but I think it's more in the like beach scenes where you really know he's relaxed. I think on like work days he's got to wear the do rag.
There's a wrestling
He's
move.
using all
Boom.
the wrestling moves. Look at that.
It
yeah,
keeps
shoulder
that,
slam, headbutt, roundhouse.
Oh, what a kick.
Oh, nice.
Here it
Wrestler
comes.
throat
Here
grab.
it comes.
Is his head going to pop off or
No,
transform?
no, worse. Watch this.
He's
He
going
is
to
going to
turn
turn
into
into Hulk
him.
Hogan.
Boom.
Yes, good
He's
call.
strangling himself.
Keep going. Keep going. You know you like to be choked.
And he punched out of it.
Let's go. Bruce losing it back on Thunder.
Got to get back to Brew with the antidote.
Oh, yeah. Do you think that's what's in the bag and the
Wait,
necklace?
that's the guy
tag?
who blew up.
Is that Vince McMahon?
That is. Dude, I swear that's Vince McMahon.
That guy went into the boat and he blew up. How is he still alive?
Because the guy blew that powder in his face
This
and then
is-
he took off running.
This is blowing my mind.
It's really incredible. Very thick.
Why is it
Very
so
thick plot.
misty back there in that jungle?
They went a little crazy on atmosphere.
This is
Hulk
like the
having
M.
a
Night
hard time
Shyamalan
carrying
film.
that guy.
yeah.
I see dead people.
Yeah, it's like
This
The
is-
Village
yeah.
mixed with
Yeah.
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Wait, where's Thunder?
Please get in a really small, shitty boat. Like you spend so much money
Please
on
lay
Thunder.
him on a giant pile of rope. Ooh, there's Thunder.
Thunder's coming in hot.
Use your
but
headset. That's what it's for.
Brew doesn't know what's going on.
Oh man.
Not really. Looks. That's got to be Predator.
Did you ever watch the Mighty Boosh?
Oh man.
He looks like old Greg.
Oh
kind of.
man. Noel Fielding. Is that his
Yeah.
name?
What is the Mighty Boosh?
Oh my God, it was hilarious. It had Rich Fulcher. Rich
British,
Fulcher is another great one.
comedy
British comedy show.
But do you know the old Greg sketch?
Oh, yeah.
Because he looks like old Greg.
Do you ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know me. You love me. I'm old Greg.
I'm old Greg.
Target lock. Was that Thunder?
I think that is Thunder taking control.
Or is he taking... I'm really having a hard time following this.
This is difficult.
Ah.
Oh, the phantom head
Bow missile.
of the voodoo priest is not allowing him to reach the control panel.
Okay.
Who shot the missile? Did Bruce shoot
Did
it?
the priest...
I think the priest
Oh.
took control of
I think
Thunder
he's
for
got
a second.
control.
You can
Thunder.
guide the missile. That's why those barrels were there.
right.
It didn't look like an oil depot or anything. It
I
was
was
just
wondering
barrels.
what
Just
those barrels
stacks
were
of
there.
giant blue barrels on that.
That's
I was
great.
wondering.
Wow.
He's like a bad Shatner. You said a Hasselhoff.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
Half Hasselhoff, half Shatner. That's exactly what it is.
Shitner.
I was going to say that.
Hasselshat.
Hassel Shatner.
Dude, that is
Lemon.
exactly what it is. Lemon.
How'd
That
those
is
guys?
fucking fantastic.
Uh-oh. Now Thunder's going to take him down.
Man, look how big Thunder is. Good Lord.
Now, in this show, in the mythology of this show, in this situation, would they take out those evil voodoo drug dealers? Or would they capture them or arrest them? Now it looks like they're just driving away from
I
them.
think they just kind of speed off and leave it to the authorities, maybe, but
Maybe.
they don't really inform the authorities.
Or they just taught him a lesson. That's
Yeah.
all. They taught him a lesson.
Exactly.
Taught 'em a
A hard,
Don't ever do that again. They're
No
never going
way.
to do that again.
Never.
no way, because just in case Thunder comes back.
Because they got thrown into the bay and they were floating there.
It's what Chris Rock said. His dad told him if he ever caught him smoking a cigarette, he was going to kick his ass. And he said, I just didn't smoke cigarettes because I knew my dad was going to kick my ass no matter where I was. I think it's just a similar Similar tale, but I just took too long to explain the analogy.
That wasn't worth it. I wish we could go back in time. Can you edit that out?
I won't, but I should.
Oh, look at that. Suicide car.
Yes.
Is that the sidewalk?
That is a Harley Davidson Electric Glide from 1994, or an ultra classic.
Look at those pants.
Could be an ultra classic.
Is he wearing a cod piece?
They're chaps.
If so, it's probably the largest cod piece available.
Again, he's wearing a lot of clothes in this episode.
Oh.
Is
You
he
think maybe this is
proposing?
like,
Oh,
Wow.
dude, you're already fake married, bro. You can't get real married while you're fake married.
He's such a big softie. He only has 2 buttons buttoned.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. I was saving it for a rainy day,
But it never rains in paradise.
it never rains in paradise. I'll
Here
tell
we
you
go.
what,
Guitar solo.
I'll tell you what, it rains in thunder.
Thunder and rain.
we
Thunder
really
with a
appreciate it.
chance of rain.
I never saw the uncle in this episode at all.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess
So it's
maybe
not
they
me.
abandoned him
Okay.
completely. They just give him a credit. They kick him a couple of cases of Ensure just to keep using his name.
I feel like the writers really were trying to push this voodoo episode and just kind of throw away the rest of the plot for the actual show.
Oh, they're racing.
Nice. What has he got? Like a Dyna Wide Glide or something?
How do you know so much about bikes?
I love motorcycles. They're it's one of my passions. That and really shitty movies and television. That is incredible.
Did you see that slow motion right there?
That was great.
Do you have a motorcycle?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got my dad's old Harley Road King, and then I have a lot of dirt bikes now. I used to have street bikes, but I got in too much trouble on the street, so I had
Just
to
like Hulk
switch
Hogan.
to- yeah. Mine and Hulk Hogan's lives, they run pretty
There's
parallel.
There's a lot of similarities. Oh, he took the lead.
I too am growing.
Wait, look how they
skullet.
wrapped her up so conveniently so that the stunt person could do this race. You can't see her face.
Oh,
You
no
can't see
way.
anything.
Yeah, she's wearing an Amelia Earhart type flying helmet.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that neither one of them is wearing a helmet. That's you never want to wear a helmet when you're operating a motorcycle.
Oh, he just barely won.
Ask Ben Roethlisberger.
What a race.
I swear that's a
That's a great shot.
Harley Davidson.
Is this it? Is this goodbye?
Oh, she's got a leather helmet on.
That jacket's way too big for her.
I feel like everyone's clothes in 1994 were way too big for them.
Yeah, they really are.
Everyone dressed like Steve Harvey in 1994.
That's very bulky. He didn't even say goodbye. That's it. They're done.
He doesn't like to say goodbye. He's
We
more
need
of a
to see
you
Brew
later.
before the end of the episode.
Make sure he's all right. I was really worried about him there just
And
because
does
of
he
how
need-
bad he acts, not because of like what was happening to his character. Jack Lemmon's son. I mean, my mind is just like blowing over and over again.
Oh, she's
Nice.
putting
She
the
put
ring.
the ring on with
That's
the Rick
nice.
Spring.
Oh, and did you see that edit? It went from the ring, the stone of the ring, to the sun
to the
setting.
sun. Also, that's because she is the
Terry
center.
Hulk Hogan got an executive producer
She is the
credit.
center of Hulk Hogan's universe.
Oh, check out the preview for the next episode.
Yeah, I think they put all these in the wrong order.
I think so.
Is that a
yeah.
possibility?
Oh, this is a scene from
And then that's Sting
C. Quentin.
from was it WWE?
WWE Hall of Famer Sting.
Wow, that's going to be good.
Kathy Dwyer,
Promises to be
associate
good.
producer.
Well,
Let me know
thanks
if you
for
recognize any of these names.
thanks for listening and watching along with us. Those of you who were able to find an episode of Strange Brew.
And we're serious. If you're into the honor system, we will mail you a copy if you just promise to mail it back.
Do you put a self-addressed stamped envelope in it?
We
so
sure
they
will.
can
Kind
do
of like
that?
a Netflix type deal.
Yeah.
But without the pretentiousness of Netflix.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions or comments, please email us at blastpods@gmail.com, and we'll.
So there's a different theme song at the end.
At the end, it's the outro
the full
is
lyric,
quite different. Yeah.
the full lyric version.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they kind of put a reggae tone on it though, because of the atmosphere of the episode.
I think so.
So
yeah.
you think that they change the theme
Yeah.
song slightly every episode,
Depending
based
on the plot.
on the framework of wow,
Now that
the
would be
milieu. They're going to change that.
exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, Reicher Entertainment.
Reicher Entertainment, thank you so much.
Delivered once again.
And thank you so much for listening to Plunder in Paradise.
on Blastpods.com.
Thunder with a chance of rain. And thank you again, Rainn. And
Thanks for
thank
having
you,
us on your
Lawrence.
show.
My pleasure.
Thank you
I
very
really
much.
appreciate it. Anytime.
It was a lot of fun. It was a great episode
we
of
could
television.
do it via satellite. You know, we could do it via Skype. You know, whatever the kids are doing. We could just Snapchat each other
Let's
about it.
snap
Just real
it.
quick
Yeah.
snippets
Closed
Yep.
circuit TV.
or whatever. But yeah, check it out. And we appreciate you listening.
Thank you.
See ya.